up towards the Boulder Turnpike. So you want to move as far left as possible to avoid that and be closer to the posted speed limit. Eastbound sticks starting to slow down just a bit. An accident being dealt with. The slow stretch southbound I-25 through the Boulder Turnpike interchange. That's normal flow for this time of morning. John Hartley.
Coloradans love their cars, but most hate what driving does to the environment. The brown cloud, with all of its invisible poisons, is the price we pay for the fuels we use. But now a university project is exploring an antidote, the use of alternative fuels. Accelerating the search for cleaner burning fuels is a group of 40 Colorado State University engineering students. They're testing methanol as an alternative oxygenated fuel to clear the air. The idea is to build a methanol engine with all the characteristics of a gas-burning car, but without the harmful emissions.
Filing off defects.
But it's not as simple as just pouring methanol into the gas tank. Cleaner burning fuels present complex engineering challenges. Methanol can corrode some engine parts. It's also harder to start in cold weather, and fuel economy is reduced. The students modified the engine parts to increase the compression ratio for better fuel economy and performance. They also designed a small microwave heater to combat problems with cold weather starts. They used ceramic insulator coating on pistons and cylinder heads. This coating reduces heat losses in the engine. The Corsica's engine is controlled by computer, so electronic changes also were necessary. 50-hour work weeks aren't uncommon for many of the team members.
Okay, that'll be perfect.
Their goal is to develop an efficient methanol burning engine to win a nationwide competition. Colorado State's team will challenge 14 universities from the United States and Canada in what's called the Methanol Marathon. Each team is converting a 1988 Chevy Corsica with a V6 engine. The competition will test engine efficiency and durability, not speed. The sponsors want to tap imaginations of university students in the quest for a better fuel.
And there's a very aggressive, enthusiastic students which are coming together as a team to create this winning car.
During Denver's Better Air campaign, the fuel mixture contained 11% oxygenated fuel. With this project, the mixture contains 85% methanol, nearly 8 times the oxygenated fuel blends that have already helped clean the air along the Front Range.
Methanol is a unique fuel. It's an oxygenated fuel, which means that it carries with it part of the oxygen required for combustion. Okay, that means that it burns very cleanly with very low emissions of carbon monoxide and hydrocarbons.
The ambition and technical know-how of the team convinced Colorado's Best Chevrolet Dealers Association to support their effort. The dealers donated $35,000 to cover development and travel expenses.
The biggest thing is the way the students went about, the way they put the proposal together, the thought that went into it, and the design technologies, the ideas that they had, plus the imagination that they used to do what they're going to and how they're going to run the race and what they had in mind. They really got a dream put together, and now they're going to try to fulfill that dream.
The Students' Methanol Marathon dream will become reality in Detroit, April 28th. Judges will inspect and test each car for fuel economy, emissions, power, and drivability. The next day, the teams will embark on an 1,100-mile journey. They'll travel from Detroit through Toronto to Washington, D.C. General Motors, the United States Department of Energy, and the Canadian Department of Energy, Mines, and Resources are the marathon sponsors.
And what kind of a tank do you have?
Most students' day-to-day work isn't admired by the governor, but converting a car to burn methanol fuel isn't an ordinary student project.
The hydrocarbon and carbon monoxide emissions were substantially lower than when it was running on gasoline.
What do you mean substantially lower?
About 50% lower.
50%.
This broad-based effort requires the students to use more than pen and paper. In 8 months, they've learned people skills, time management, organization, and budget crunching. Skills tough to learn in the classroom.
When you're having fun and you enjoy what you're doing, you can learn at 10 times the rate you do when you're sitting there reading something in a book. But when it's right in front of your face and you got to figure out how to do it, you find a way how to do it and you learn it.
Especially when there's no answer in the back of the book.
After 8 months of work on the proposal, Colorado State's team sets off for Detroit. Now, top automotive engineers will critique their conversion ideas.
Brakes look okay. Taking a peek at the steering here.
The students' conversions must meet federal safety standards and run like a gasoline car.
Could you give us a rundown on the technical things you've done?
Sure, I can just summarize our basic conversion.
Before the 1,100-mile rally starts, judges compare the cars for the best overall conversion strategy. Those results won't be revealed until the end of the marathon. Though changes under the hood are most important, Colorado State's methanol car shined in the best appearance category.
Second place, we have a check for $300, and I'm pleased to announce that the winner there is Colorado State University.
General Motors President Robert Stempel congratulated the students for their ideas and bid them well in the rally.
The challenge that the 15 cars will encounter during their 1,100-mile journey through Ontario, New York, and on to Washington, D.C. will really be a valuable source of information on how methanol performs in real-world conditions.
A cloudy morning in Detroit at the start of the rally turns to a mixed bag of weather throughout the race. Each morning, the team is given instructions, including the specific times they must reach each station. The closer to that time the drivers arrive, the more points they accumulate. The two-man team of driver and navigator work together to follow the rally course, compute mileage, and determine what speed to travel to hit the checkpoints on time.
Going down overnight to 66 in Midtown. And now a WINS shadow traffic update.
In Westchester County, the New England Thruway offered.
On the way to Washington, D.C. for the awards ceremony, Colorado State's Corsica was struck by a car. No one was hurt, but the methanol car needed major repairs.
Just this kind of does, conclude things, having an accident, but really the team is in pretty good spirits right now.
West Virginia Senator J.D. Rockefeller was one of the many dignitaries on hand.
The Best Methanol Conversion Award goes to a college that had an accident on the way to this ceremony. So they are not here. They are here. Colorado State University. Right!
Student teams proved methanol as a viable alternative fuel that can take us one step closer to a cleaner environment. The young engineers took on a challenge and worked together as a team. By winning the Best Conversion Award, the Colorado State students demonstrated their engineering ability. But beyond the awards, they discovered much more on this journey. Memories and experiences of the marathon will be with them for a lifetime. The students learned things about themselves they couldn't find on campus or in a book. Teamwork, personal sacrifice, and tenacity were all picked up along the way. Their search was for a cleaner car, but they found much more.